Starting a new organization in a new place.
Yeah? You going somewhere?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Where you going?
I'll tell you. But then I gotta kill you. California.
Tommy Egan, the fan favourite and Power Book 4 Force, the one that everybody's been waiting for. It's not long before we see him back on our screens cancelling Christmas, and Joseph Sikora has confirmed filming is starting soon on Force. So I'm talking about an interview he did after Power Book 2 Ghost season finale and what we can expect from Tommy Egan going into Chicago. So welcome back to MovieBot. Let's talk about Power Book 4 Force. So hope you're all doing great and welcome to another video talking all things Tommy Egan, because filming will be starting very soon on Tommy's spin-off series Force. So I'm talking all things from his interview, what he expects from his character in Force, as well as my predictions for his character and the show itself. So make sure you guys stick around to the end of the video, and of course, if you're new to the channel, then remember to smash the subscribe button. Now I'm going to come to the storyline and Joseph Sikora talking about what to expect from his character, but the filming was supposed to start in January, but it may have got delayed, but it is starting soon, and it was confirmed on Instagram that they are filming very soon. So exciting news that filming will be starting shortly, but there is no casting news as of yet. I'm sure this will come out at some point this month. News of who they've casted for the show will trickle through, maybe a few character descriptions as well, because Power like to give us these character descriptions, so I'm sure that will be coming very soon when filming does start. But let's dive deep into this storyline and what could it be. Let's talk about Chicago and LA, because some of you may remember that I did a video a few months ago because there was a quote that was released from one of the producers saying that they will be filming Tommy Egan's spin-off in Chicago, and Joseph Sikora did an interview with Entertainment Weekly. I'll link the full article down below for those who want to read it. But on his character and on Power Book 4 Force, he said, "Can Tommy survive? When I've been doing my due diligence and research and actually going where he's going to be filming, I asked cops and robbers, how would Tommy survive? How would this guy from out of town survive in these new streets?" And I think it's going to take all facets of Tommy that we've built up until now to not only survive but to potentially thrive and to potentially leave. You don't know if he's going to be in one city and then another city, and if he's going to be bopping and what connections need to be made. But what does need to happen is we need to see how fast or how slow Tommy analyzes and adapts to new situations. Is gangster the same all over America, or is there a specific gangster out of New York? Is that able to adapt? I think we're going to have to see a lot of Capone references. So that was a quote from Joseph Sikora, and the full interview is linked down below. But let's break this down because he did give us a lot of insight into what could potentially be happening with his character, where they could be taking him, and let's talk about him going from one city to another city and what connections need to be made, because he was originally meant to be heading off to California, but instead the first season is filming in Chicago. But I did say previously that I do think he will end up in California at some point in his series, and this particular line from his interview kind of gives us an insight into what could actually be going on in Chicago. We might have to throw it back to season 4 episode 6 when Tommy actually went to Chicago to see Jason Michich. Jason brought Tommy to Chicago to tell him that he wants him to cut ties with Ghost, and here's the key. He asked Tommy if he'd ever been to LA because they're expanding their reach and he wanted him to run both coasts, but didn't want Ghost anywhere near the business. So moving city to city and connections needing to be made, it's hard not to think about the Serbs, and that's the reason why he could be in Chicago in his first season or for the first part of his spin-off series. But eventually moving over to LA, it does make sense because that connection needs to be made in Chicago. He's going to need people, he's going to need a team of his own, because although I do think he can run an empire and an entire organization on his own, I do still think he'll need 2-Bit, and Rodolfo could be a part of this as well. Although 2-Bit is in Power Book 2 Ghost, we've seen how Tommy made a special appearance in the season finale, and I'm sure he's heard about Tommy Egan being back in New York, causing havoc and a bit of a mayhem, because he did cause mayhem with his car crash, faking his death. So 2-Bit would have heard about his return, I'm sure, and I do think at some point he's got to make the call to Tommy, or Tommy will call 2-Bit, because the Power Universe will make all sorts of connections and crossovers from one show to another. This Power Universe is really going to be huge, and with the addition of Power Book 4 Force, it really will be interesting to see how they connect the dots back to Power Book 2 Ghost, if they do. Now Joseph Sikora also made the Capone reference, Scarface, who ironically was born in New York and then moved to Chicago sometime, similar to what Tommy is doing with moving from New York and to Chicago. Chicago. He eventually ended up in prison, and there's a lot more to his backstory that I'm sure we could go into detail when they do make these references and connections, because I'm sure there's going to be a few Easter eggs in Tommy's spin-off that makes references to Scarface, so we'll keep an eye on those. But anyway guys, this was always going to be a short video and a short update for you guys on Power Book 4 Force's filming, what to expect with this storyline with Chicago and LA. I'm sure casting news will be coming soon with character descriptions, so I'll bring those out as and when they do drop. But drop me all your thoughts and comments on all things Tommy Egan, his spin-off, and of course if you're new to the channel, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Universe related. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.